Hi, I'm Linda Malla from TV Guide Magazine and TV Insider, and I'm here with Daisy Haggard and Martin Freeman from Breeders. Season 2, there's a major time jump. We've got new cast members playing the kids. Was it difficult to adjust? How was that?
As far as the new characters is concerned, it was always going to be the plan that there was going to be a time jump from the first season to the next. So we've jumped on sort of 4 or 5 years. 4 or 5 years, 5 or 6 years maybe. And finding the kids was the main challenge for that. Finding the right young actors was the main challenge for that. So we saw a lot of very good people, and we ended up with what I think were, you know, the best combination of people who you would believe as brother and sister, but also kids who you believe belong to me and Daisy. And yeah, we chose well, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, they're brilliant. They were so good.
Yeah.
Okay, so Martin, your character, Paul, he finally goes to therapy for his rage at the end of season 1, and we do get to see some of those therapy sessions here in season 2. Can you tell me about that a little bit?
They don't go that well. They don't go that well.
Asking you to do that.
Well, maybe not, but it feels like it, okay? It feels like you are telling me that I need to give up a whole part of myself, not just the raging, but the bigger thing that the raging comes out of, which is a sense of order and fairness and how polite we should be and the discipline, the self-discipline that we all need. Am I making sense?
I think so.
I'm not prepared to give that up.
So yeah, hence the snippets we see of them being quite brief. I think you sort of see, yeah, Paul did try. He really did try, and he went from sort of down market to up market, and I think he's discerned from that he's not really a creature of therapy, you know, for whatever reason.
Daisy, your on-screen son, Luke, is finally dealing with some of his anxiety issues, but Allie seems far more hesitant than Paul to acknowledge that there's a real problem. What do you think is causing her hesitation?
I think she's anxious about labeling him, or sort of putting him, I think when she literally says that, she doesn't want to, I think she wants to sit with him a bit more and find out what's wrong. And also maybe it's quite a big thing to admit and a hard thing to sort of face about her son, because she likes to think that everything was just fine. So I think it's probably a combination of not wanting to rush him through a system and have a sort of stamp put on him when she's not sure yet, and also a fear of just that, what if one of my kids isn't, I haven't done something to help my child. So maybe a little bit of denial about that.
Martin, Paul's a lot of issues seems to stem from his own parents' intimacy issues. But do we see progress on that this season? I love that we finally see Jim learn to hug. Yes,
and like a lot of other things, I think he's got the zeal of the convert. You know, yeah, because once he's learned to hug, he really likes doing it a lot to everybody at every available opportunity. He knows he's missing out on 70 years worth of hugs. I think Paul still finds his parents quite annoying. Paul's quite different from his parents, I think. You know, he's sort of, he's definitely grown away, or he's just got a different worldview, I suppose, than his parents.
Allie and Paul's jobs are such a big part of season 1. How are they handling the work-life balance in season 2?
The first season was much more focused on that, and this is more about how they how they deal with a few sort of big bombshells in their own relationship and in their marriage, and with their children.
This show is such a dark comedy. Is it tough to shift from those lighter moments to the darker ones? There are parts that are just so funny, and then it'll just become so bleak and so serious.
I don't find it hard, no, because I think it sort of reflects partly my taste in drama and comedy, also partly our lives. You know, I mean,
yeah, it's life, isn't it?
You know, I can't speak for everyone's life, but my life is pretty. 1 minute it's funny, and the next minute, oh my God, that's scary, or whatever, you know. So I love the fact that the writers do such a great job with reflecting that. You know, that's always the show that I wanted to make.
Well, thank you so much for joining me. Everyone, don't forget to watch the season 2 premiere of Breeders on FX on Monday, March 22nd at 10 p.m. And for more on your favorite TV shows, check out TVinsider.com.